Hey, there it goes this time. Oh, had a small technical issue. I had to restart the stream there. So, episode 47, we are making room for the mega city. We pre-planned a lot of what the next expansion area will look like. That we got all this new area from the most recent update. We still have a little bit more planning to do up here. But I'm looking forward to, because I think this right here, we're sitting at about 41,000 right now. I feel like this area enough with a good supply of beer and brooches will actually get us over that 50,000 mark. So I'm thinking about what we can do when we get past that. The whole drive has been to get there this whole time. Now I want to see what we can do after that. One of the things I was thinking about doing is we have a lot of unused islands. I would like to get them useful, as well as free up some of this space over here. So what I was thinking is some of these smaller feeder islands that we have, we can start using for the basic needs and just importing it all to Cinis versus having them there. We have this major island right here, medium-sized island that we took from Zara because we needed these 6 sturgeon ponds. Or hatcheries, whatever you want to call them. That's the only reason I have this island. But this island does have flax. Right now we have around 9 or 10 of these flax farms here, which isn't even enough for what our demand currently is with these. Let's see if we could find it. There it is. Yeah, we're needing 12 tons a minute. Or we're making 12 tons. Okay, so it's where we're at. That's how many we need. But instead of taking up all this land space, we can move all these farms down here, give this island purpose, while freeing up a lot of space. And all these farms only take like 4 or 5 or 6 peasants, so it's not going to be that bad as far as population need. Now those islands won't be able to make the cloth for us. We'll still need those here to have the upholsterers up here, the weavers. But that'll still free up a lot of space. And one of the other islands I was looking at doing was Foremost Shrine Land 2. This might become our livestock island. Move all of our sheep and all of our pigs over here. Throw up some defenses. It won't take a lot of population, and we can just import all of that we need up there. Those 2 things will be our test to see if they can keep up with the transit time. We might have to overproduce there to deal with the transit time. But all these livestock farms, all these, are these considered arable farms? Yeah, arable farms will be able to go down there, free up a lot of space. And then we can look into doing like the hemp and the oats. And we might just throw on the wheat on one of these other islands. But all that right there, that's a lot of land for a lot of people. And so I think that's one of the things we're going to work on, making these other islands more productive. We're still going to leave this island open for the update coming in August. We're supposed to have a new building. It's supposed to be twice the size of the Coliseum here, or the amphitheater. And so we're going to leave this just as it is for now. But yeah, so a couple of things we need to get done was we are still working on building up defenses on all of our smaller islands. Which one were we up to now? Cycle through our Psychopropolis? Yeah, that's the one we're going to work on now. Our right before we cut out on the last stream, this was the current island that we were working on. Yeah, they don't have any more room. Alright. Goal was just to up all of our defenses, make these islands a little bit more self-sustainable in times of war, because we are going to go back and piss off Nerf here in a little bit. We still need more beer, and we need more silver. We need a lot more resources from Albion. Ooh. Alright, that's going to put us in the negative. That's fine. We can downgrade a couple houses from the tier 2s. There we go. Shoreline is buffed up there. And we're going to go ahead and do at least one of these gatehouses. Alright. Little double gatehouse there. And let's drop a few more of these houses down a level. Alright. Population's balanced enough. They're doing what they do. And we got enough defense, at least to the villa. So. Oh. Kinda took all the goodies though. Used a bunch of everything that we had here. We're not going to take any of the goods from Cinis to rebuild these islands. Or to build them up. We're going to take them from Titiana, because we have a major expansion going on over here, and I'm kind of waiting for this concrete and these tiles to catch back up before we go and do this big population boom here. So let's go do what I said we were going to do. Let's move a bunch of farms over here and get this rolling. So we're going to want at least 10 of these flax farms. And they got a fair amount of tile space that they use. I want to make sure we put as many as we can, as efficiently as we can, filling up all these nooks and crannies. Well, we're going to fill this island up quick. All they have on this island is marble, so I'm not too worried about leaving a spot to that. Maybe we build an aqueduct there. That would improve the production here. So, you know what? We'll go ahead and map that out. We don't have the resources for it on this island, but just so that way I don't have to... Man. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna move this over. Actually, we'll go that way with it. Oh, did I still in? There we go. This one's a little bit further out, so. Alright, we gotta backfill all this space. There we go.
One of your cities is at risk of a great fire.
Oh no. I can't figure out why that city wants to catch fire. I have so much fire protection there. I don't think I have any aqueducts though. Alright, before I go too far with that, Defenses. I could put a wall on each one of these beach lines, but I'm not sure that that's the most efficient. We have a bottleneck right here. That might be a good one there, and then same up here. Vice having to try to defend 4 beachheads on this island might just be worth... Why can't you go straight? Why are you going all weird? Do these bottlenecks, separate these beachheads from there, and then we can go later on and put a gatehouse. We'll leave them wood for right now, at least on the river slots. Just to slow anybody down that does try to come that way. We'll obviously throw towers and things there. What's the range on this going to be? Concrete roads, and well, that'll actually get us pretty far. Alright, let's get back to our farms. And now I don't have to worry about making sure I got room for walls or anything on the beachhead there. That's why I wanted to pull that out first. Why didn't you just let me do that then? Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A couple more of these. Oh, we're out of tiles. Well, dookie. We did send all of our gopher ships over here. That one's got a bunch of weapons on it. Just one of you. Come on, there it goes. And we'll grab what little concrete they have left. Where's your... There it is. Alright. So we're just going to have to build in planning mode for now. Once we get those goods, we'll be set. So wait, that's only 140 tiles. That's 210. So whatever, not having the materials, it's not letting us see what the...
Your people are ailing.
We're not getting the buff. So we can't even really do this until we get those materials up here. Alright, well that's fine. We got things to do on Cinis. Hey man, how's it going? Sorry, I didn't see your chat there when you first dropped in. I just decided to do some different things here over on Cinis. I'm going to try to offload all the resource making to the other smaller islands. That way I can hit that 50,000 mark and then keep on trucking along. That's the goal for today. Well, select. There you go. Trying to change the color of all these. We gotta go into each one individually, apparently. Why aren't you changing? It will not let me change the different color of that. Fine, not really an issue right now. One of the other things I was looking at is if we're going to try to build up these different areas out here, we're going to need more water. And one of the things I was looking at is this one is about half used, and this one up here is only about a quarter used. So I wanted to see if I could actually combine them. I have to delete a lot of trees, but I should be able to connect these two. Hopefully. Oop. Now I'm gonna piss off some people real quick when I do this, but that's okay. And now this one is now this one's gonna be about maxed out. Yeah, it's only got 38 water left, but I freed up a mountain slot. That'll be used for some sort of goods sometime later down the road, but so that way I'm not wasting resources. Bringing a road there. We will replace our trees that I just cut down. Wow, messed that up. No, not on the flowers. There we go. Let's see if we could doll this thing up. I like the blue on this a lot more. But it's being real finicky about letting me select the aqueduct. So it shows that I have different skins, but it's not letting me click on anything. It's really weird. It won't let me change the color of this aqueduct. Bring it. All right. Well, that's a problem for another day. All right. So I definitely got the aqueduct booth that I wanted. We got the rest of this one built up. So that one's sitting at 30. So we're in a good place with our water on those ones. Let's see if our supplies have shown up to the island. They have. Alright, we need to upgrade this thing. It needs to be able to store some more. And we also need to get, just realized it doesn't have any of the depot buildings. And we definitely need these because this is going to be storing a lot of flax. So let's see now. Yeah, now we're getting the full 210 tiles out of this thing. And we'll just take these all the way up to the beachhead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't remember how many we were going to make. We're going to go with at least 10 now. And we'll see how that holds up with the moving to the other island. Still reaching there, so that's good. Kind of ugly that it did it on that angle. That's on me. Feel like this one's not going to reach. Definitely going to have to do some concrete roads. Yeah, he don't reach.
Can't stuff all that down me folds.
Ah, but just we don't have a lot of extra concrete on this island, so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 just on this one side here. How many do we have on this island that we're about to delete? 9. Alright. That was the goal. We're just going to delete all these farms and hope for the best. Some of these roads we'll be able to take out too. Like, that's a considerably large area that we will be able to use for population centers later on. And if we do the same with the oats and all these other ones, that'll definitely do it. Hey man, what's going on? What's going on, Bandit? I'm sitting here reorganizing my islands, moving all my smaller productions off island. Alright, one thing I did not plan while I was doing that was keeping up with population. I just started building all that stuff and didn't think about if there was anybody to work the fields. Now these are just all farms, so we don't need to really worry about upgrading too much. Just the basic troops, making sure they got enough food and clothes. But speaking of which, how far does this thing reach? We might actually swap this farm around over here just to use up some of this space, and somehow it actually fits. Don't like how it fits, so we're gonna just redo it. Because we're not gonna get any more flax before that wall, so. Oh, population at Cinis, I think we're around 41,000. It's down right now, probably because I can't keep up enough cheese. Or no, cheese, no, it's beer. I don't have enough beer islands in Albion, and I didn't capture any in my last war, so the beer supply fluctuates. We started at 41,000, we're down to 39,000, but I got this huge area that I'm about to start populating, which very well might get me to that 50,000 mark, assuming beer comes in every once in a while. But right now the focus is building up these other islands, so that way I can continue to clear up space for more people up there on Cinis. Alright, so we moved 10 farms down to this island, where we gotta find, there's already a trade ship for this one. Yep, that one right there. That's our sturgeon population. We're going to do flax. Let's see, it's already at 200. So we're going to do that. And that's going to be those 4. That might end up needing an extra ship. It's a quick trip, but we'll see how that balances out. All of our flax is being imported now. Beer's a pain. Yeah. Beer's a pain. You make a lot of it fast, but the transporting of it from one area to the next, I think I have 2 ships running beer specifically completely full, and they still can't keep up with enough beer. It's a pain in the ass. Like, you need specific just beer islands. Alright, so we're gonna see how that plays out. We had plenty of flax. Where are we looking? We were keeping pretty maxed out on flax, so we'll see with transporting it how it actually goes. The next thing I wanted to move over were farms. So let's see how many sheep farms we have. We got 12 of them, and they are keeping us maxed out right now. So we come to what will now be our livestock island. And we're gonna see how well we can do. I don't like that road. No, we need at least enough to put a farm in right there.
Done.
So yeah, this island was just kind of threw together all haphazardly so that way I could secure it. So we're just, I was only off by 2 tiles.
Citizens are dissatisfied with their lot and
Oops, Cinis is mad. How'd your guys' co-stream go yesterday? Alright, so we want at least 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna see how many I can string along this one side. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're gonna go with that route. Alright, so that's going to give us our 12. I'm going to put a road going this way. And we'll put pigs on the back side of this. We still got enough population for now, but that's not going to hold once we bring the pigs over. So I'm going to go ahead and get that population secured now. To be honest, I'll probably move all these houses and everything up here out of the way. One of the things you definitely have an issue with when you have livestock is sickness. So I definitely want to throw a hospital right there in the middle, as well as keeping a gap between my farms. I've found that keeping a 1 tile gap between farms minimizes that sickness spreading. Alright, catch you later, Maine. Alright, what are we missing? We're just waiting on you guys to catch up. We have all these sheep here, we're not making hats? That seems silly. Oh yeah, we're not making hats. There we go. Throw one of those there. Alright, so that is our sheep farms. How many pigs do we actually have here? Let's check that real quick, see if we can move those over. 3. I feel like sandals were pretty close to maxed out earlier. Oh, no, okay. So we're just going to go ahead and... Oh, wrong island. There we go. We're going to throw in our piggies. Trying to remember my layout to get a good square out of them. There it goes, yeah. Now, one of the things that makes them really good for me over there is we have an officium. So I definitely want to... Well, crap. That's going to be an issue. How far can I put this up here? Ah, no, don't be getting all pissy for no reason. See if that's far enough we could stick an officium up here. No, but we can move the farm, or the clinic up 1 tile. Still too close. Alright, let's move you up a tile. Alright, it's not going to hit as many being right there, but whatever production boost we can get out of it is that much better. Might even move some of these in closer for just the meantime. Wait, were you reaching that one? Yeah. It was just these two outliers that weren't reaching. Yeah, I know you're missing. You're okay. What do they have? Just iron on this island? So that's not really worth those. Alright. What is their max? 350? Alright, so we need to upgrade that as well as we got enough of the population. I'm going to assume I don't have a boat for that island right now for trade. So you're going to take, what else could we get? What does that island need? Tiles and concrete? Yeah. The ship we got now, we'll throw in some more tiles and some weapons. Drive to work right now? I just now realized that's what you said. Alright, we're gonna get this boat over here. Upgrade that. And this island also has oysters, which I feel like might be a valuable thing to keep in mind. I wanted to build walls. That's what we want. Not what I clicked at all. There we go. Not sure what happened to my population. We were good, and now we're not. Are we... That's weird, it just popped right back up, so, okay. So we could probably do a couple oysters off this road right here. Might have to put in another... Yeah. Well, that's ugly. There we go. Should probably look into moving our population center up here so we can keep expanding down here if need be, but that'll be a task for a later time. Right now we are getting enough of the sheep and pigs, so once we get a chance we will set that supply chain, sending them up here. We have enough pigs and sheep, yeah, in stock up here. We can go ahead and delete these. Now, one of the things, so this is what some of these guys up here too. Cloak chains, which are sheep, and then the livestock. Workforce needed and productivity. We're going to remove those two specialists from there. We're going to need more ships. So we're going to go ahead and, since we're sitting here swimming in the money and population, we're just going to go ahead and build a few more extra ships, because our other ones are busy building up our defenses around the world. Am I not making tiles here anymore? I'm making concrete. I might have stopped tile production here, so that'd be my fault. Alright, drop that off. We don't need that many. Yeah, I think I stopped making tiles here for a while, which might have been a mistake. What's on this island? Crook and Fillet land. Might be time to give them some sort of defense. Might just be a choke point wall right here versus doing both of the shorelines again. Or since all the housing and the villas on this side, we might just build up this bridge right here with a couple walls. Ooh. It is centrally located, so I feel like there will be a fleet there at all times. Who are you and what are you doing here? I brought the wrong ship here. Because this doesn't have any of... Oh no, never mind. It was full. Why can't I upgrade you? Aren't you... Is red the highest? I don't know. Alright, while we wait, I'm going to send this guy up here. He's going to go grab those specialists that are going to make this island that much more efficient. It'd be really nice if I could find one that would buff up sturgeon productivity. Ooh, okay, so this island doesn't have religion, so let's go ahead and check and see what we can do here for this island. So nothing specifically for the sturgeon. Increase production of... Well, that'll be a good one for our livestock one, Epona. So there's nothing specific for what we're making here. I mean, that'd be the closest. I don't know if it's for that whole supply chain of clothing items, but we're going to find out.
Such excellence in education. Your citizens must be ecstatic.
Oh yeah, super excited. All right. Wait for that boat to get over there. We never finished the basic needs for our new area up here. Feel like the location just right here in the middle, when we get concrete roads, is going to be enough for everything. We already have a warehouse over here. I'm going to move it over one city block in. Alright, that's going to give us all that. You're not going to fit with any of that crap. Concrete roads, that's kind of stretching it, but we're gonna try. Then we'll put a couple taverns just to make sure that the minimum is met for both areas. We could put... Well, put a Grammaticus there.
Construction of a ship has finished.
Alright, new gopher ships are up.
Citizens are dissatisfied with their lot and may soon revolt.
Oh no. Alright, so that's... I don't think we're gonna get any of the major buildings. I think this area is just what it is. They might not be able to get these citizens up here to the tier 4. Just don't think there's not enough room. There's not. I don't even think there's enough water anymore. Yeah, we're down to 30 water. So is that with everything built? All right, so we got that area figured out. We are going to put in some specialists to take to our other islands. Let's see if there's... what is this? Mines and pits and range.
One of your cities is at risk of a great fire.
Yep. Always at risk of a fire. Livestock farms. We want to take that one over to our pig place. And then the cloaks. That's going to be for there as well. Vineyards, lavender, police, effects ships. Yeah, alright. So there's nothing else good. We're going to take that down here to our pig farm island. What does he have over here already? Residence in range. Okay, that might not be a bad one to have. No. We're gonna drop off all these goods. And then this guy needs to start a trade route immediately. They're already full. So we are down here on, what is this island called? Foremost Shrine Land 2. Alright, load good. Sheep are going to be its main thing, so we're going to go ahead and throw 4 of those. And then we'll throw pigs in the other 2. Alright. We're going to see how that works out. This whole thing might completely backfire, and we'll find out when that happens, if that's the case. Yeah, I probably need to upgrade you a couple times, huh? Because you're going to be busy as shit. Upgrade you so we could store more. Alright, this island also doesn't have religion. But one of these does increase. Is it the water dude? No, Epona. There we go. Sheep and pigs increase production. So we'll combine that with the what's it called that we did? And that'll give us a few more. Alright, so that island's built up. This island's got some use now. Don't have much in the way of the defenses. But we got the population. Let's see now. Alright, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. And we don't have enough population right now. But we can fix that. Oh, no, we can't. We only got 5 concrete.
Your people are ailing.
I say we can go with the shrines, but we used all of our concrete. Gave us a few more. Nah. These probably really aren't needed right now. Alright, we got no people here yet because we took this island over. Alright, well they got some basic defenses, at least a couple of the choke points and the villa. They are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're fully upgraded. We'll see long term how that flax actually holds up. Oh, Crook and Flail Land. Did we not bring any extra goods here for you? Yeah, we did. Man, I got my gopher ships going all over the place. I've lost track of where everything is. Alright, we're going to go straight to it here. And we're going to have to put the defenses on this side. We're going to extend all the way out just to make sure that nobody can go take a shortcut on the river. We are short on people, but I would like at least a tower or 2 over here. Not really much room on the river, though. See if that gives us enough population. I'm not trying to build up a whole bunch of crap here. And we brought a lot of supplies over here. What else can we get from these mountain slots? Marble. So what are we bringing from here anyways? This is clay. We're maxed out on clay. Why are you making clay? Oh, you're bringing clay up there? So they're bringing the clays because I wanted to take over some of the water slots for gold and for... Okay. That's why you're making clay. Wonder if you can... We could probably do marble and limestone here too. So what do we have for marble on this island? We have 2 uncut marble. I'm curious if we could also offload that, because if we were getting more marble, how are we doing on charcoal? Because the charcoal mines are way more efficient, and we are actually starting to trend down. So let's say we delete you, turn you into a coal mine. That'll get us up there, and you can now be marble. And it takes 6. Alright, we'll leave that for now. We'll open up this one, and you will now start importing as much uncut marble as you got. So that's what we're going to have to do with all these islands. We're just going to have to pick them apart with whatever we can in terms of resources to help. Because I mean, we could do 2 cuts of marble right here, and then down here we could do 2 of limestone. We just have to put forth the effort to grow their population some here in a safe way, which would be super beneficial to get 3 more slots over here opened up, because we're going to keep burning through that charcoal. I'm not sure why it was trending down, but we just added 1 and that helped a whole bunch. But like, how much limestone are we making over here? We have 2 limestones going. We still have plenty of mountain slots open though, so I think it's a huge issue, but you know, that, and if we have to rely on the supply chains and we go to war, that could turn into a whole nother issue. So we'll hold off before I get a little overzealous on some of this stuff. Alright, but they have defenses. We'll leave them with a little bit of extras here. And then we'll move on to the next island. They got a lot of extra tiles here. We could borrow some of that. Alright, before we leave here, let's make sure they are getting enough fish. They are getting enough oats. Hats are fine. Tunics? Well, that's silly. Why are they not getting tunics? Alright, let's go ahead and, because we got the population. Just for the sake of getting it done. As usual, we're just going to throw it down. We'll come back later. We need to make it pretty.
I always keep my word.
Oh, hold on. Before we do that, where are we at with the Emperor? 73.
And so should you.
I don't... How long until we can do peace or something? Alright. That's all she's getting. Oh, now she wants to bargain for peace.
Restricting coins.
Pay 10,000, another 5,000. And we alright, we got peace with her now. So we're in a step in the right direction.
I await your instructions.
Pay for the festival, ship construction. Now we're not gonna do that one. We have what's it called going right now? The other buff from the game, so we don't wanna take that out of there. We'll leave you guys 50 tile. We'll take another 100 or 50 concrete. So that island's good. Who's next up? Sistrum Chimeland 2. Oh, this one's gonna take a reconstruction to get. I don't like having that many gatehouse. Yeah, that much road right there. That's gonna take some effort. Alright, so we have the supply lines going here. Now we have... Drop you guys off. You have basic defenses. This should free up some people too using these. Workforce needed. Yeah, freed up a whole bunch of people. We go down and then cloaks. Yeah. Alright. This guy. Yeah, he's just staying busy. That's fine. I'm okay with it being maxed out. Do you guys have weapons? Yeah. Alright. Alright, we're not going to worry about that side just yet. I don't think we're going to have enough to do this whole wall. Oh, it's going to be close. Definitely won't have enough or population to do the... Oh, well, hold on. So let's try old cheat code here. Even though I keep talking about moving all these people out of here. I think I want to put in one here. Because then we could put another warehouse on this end up here. And then we could start doing oysters. If we need another oyster island, then that's what this is going to turn out to be. Alright, we're going to move you back over here with the gopher ships. Alright, so we moved all of our livestock. We moved all of our flax. It's been going for a little bit. We are out of sheep. Pigs is holding up. Sheep, not so much. Okay. Talk about a backfire. Where'd this sheep go? Jump 2. Alright, he's bringing over 200. He's pulling up to the port now. So we'll watch that and see on its next, his next wave. If bringing over 200 enough isn't at a, we might have to add a second ship. One for just sheep and then have another one for the pigs. So this is probably the problem too. It's going to be the third ship in line to pull in here. Cinis is pissed off. Why? Why are we mad now? Oh, because the beer is gone again. Cool. I'd be upset too. But unless we go back to war, we're just not going to get to do that. Got about 5 minutes left. Is it time? Should we start throwing down houses? We're maxed out on wood. Now, A lot of our supply chains are pretty close to max. Fish, oats, a lot of these things are maxed out, so I don't want to throw down a bunch of houses now and fill up this area. We have it all planned out though. It's looking really good. We can change all this to concrete. Watch my game lag because it's struggling. Nope, just the road. And that might be how we start off tomorrow, is just building up all of these new areas. We got everything figured out. Everything reaches. Everybody's going to be happy enough. And we could see if we could hit that 50,000. It'll be really close depending on how much, because we're doing pretty good on concrete and tiles, so we might have enough to finish everything. At least this big area. Maybe we'll start in the small area. I'm not sure we'll be able to get those up to tier 4. They might be stuck at tier 3 just because a lot of these bathhouses. Well, shoot. Let's see. We got 450 marble. Let's see. Let's see how well it does. Because that's all marble up there. Ooh, that's going to be really close. Alright, let's just go marble all the way around you. Alright, that didn't help too much, but we are really close to having all that filled out. What about happiness? Doesn't look like any of the theaters are going to reach in there. And then all the other buildings are way too far. Temple?
Games have ended.
Can't tell where. No, Temple's not going to reach in there either. So yeah, they're going to be, most of that population is going to be stuck at tier 3. But that might be okay. Alright, so quick recap. We moved a lot of our resources, or not a lot, but we're testing moving the sheep off island and moving the flax off island. Flax seems to be doing okay, but that's because it's a much closer trip. The sheep, on the other hand, we just dropped off 200 and already 100 are gone. We're not losing production on our tunics, or probably not the sales either. No, they're both still maxed out. So I'm not sure it's a huge issue right now. But the whole livestock farm thing, I mean, pigs are doing okay. We might just need to adjust that a little bit and start bringing over more sheep than we are pigs. Let's see if we can, we'll have to keep an eye on that. But I really want to make these islands. You know what? We're just going to get rid of the pigs altogether. We're going to bring over 300 sheep at a time. We're going to bring one of our other new ships to do the same thing, but it's going to be just the pigs. Because I have a feeling we're going to start bringing oysters as well. So we're going to need a second ship regardless. So we'll keep it doing 100 pigs. And establish that route there. Okay. Now I'm curious, how are we doing on oysters? I know we buffed that up a couple episodes ago. 200. I like it being maxed out because that volcanic winter really does a number on us. So that might be something we come down here and do. Move this population center up around the villa so we can get the buffs from that as well as protection. And then we can extend out here building a curious. We got a lot of space out here. So yeah, we could put in a bunch of different piers and get a lot of oysters from this island. Can I fit them? No. I'm just kind of planning out, seeing how many of these we could fit if we did piers jutting straight out. Yeah, we moved it over one. We could definitely get a double one up the middle and then one up each side, which would be a ridiculous amount of oysters. Oh! Didn't see that happening. That's a bit ridiculous. Okay. Well, we already know we need to come over a couple, so I'm going to do that so I don't forget. It'll look something like that. Yeah. Yeah, still need 2 more? Come on. Are we going to have dead space out here? Oh, man, it's so stupid. I wish they had fixed that. See, now I can't even get a road out here. And they need to fix that crap. It's getting ridiculous. Yeah, I got so much space in all these harbors and I can't use them because some weird bug in the game. It's getting annoying. Alright, so quick recap. We moved a bunch of resources off island to try to make use of these other ones. We moved, that's our farmland over there, which freed up all of this space up here. We moved all of our flax, which was down in this whole area right here, to this island, and that one seems to be keeping up. It's really just the sheep. We went through and fortified a lot of our islands to at least give them some sort of defense. Some coastal, some right here on the rivers where we have choke points. So a lot of our smaller islands are at least they got stone walls. If we want to go any more, we're going to have to increase the population on a lot of these ones, and I'm not looking to do that right now. They're productive members of the realm. They're doing their part, so I think we're just going to leave it at that. Man, we got one right here this close. Oh, this one I was saving for a future soap island, kind of like these two down here. If we need more soap, or if we want to start supplying soap to the entire region, that's what that one's going to be for. Because right now I think we're actually staying just about maxed out on soap here on the main island. So looks like we're getting at capacity. It's no longer maxed out each time. So we might look into doing this, so that way we can start feeding out to the smaller islands, as well as our capital island, Titiana, which we have completely neglected for probably 20 episodes now. So that's pretty much it. Tomorrow I think I will go straight into, now that we got these islands, we'll doing what they're supposed to be doing. I think we're gonna come in and we're gonna build up for that 50,000 population. Get these games going. That's why everybody's pissed off. All right, yeah. So tomorrow we'll build up these buildings, these city services, and the core items that we need, and we'll start laying down some new houses, and we'll see if we can hit that 50,000. As well as still working on going through and developing up our smaller islands, getting them some defense and a purpose rather than just a population of 60 people. Alright, thanks for tuning in. All these videos are on YouTube. If you get a chance, stop by, drop a comment, follow, like, subscribe. It's all greatly appreciated. It was a pleasure having you guys in chat today. Have a good one.